Now, the so-called barefoot bandit is in a Seattle federal court to find out how long he could spend in prison. You may remember this.
All right, Susan. Well, 2 teens in Utah are under arrest for allegedly plotting to bomb their school during an assembly. Police say another...
This is such a heartbreaking story. Police in New Orleans are looking for a suspect who shot and killed a Good Samaritan just trying to help out right in front of his children. He was trying to stop a carjacking near his kid's school bus stop. CNN's David Mattingly has been covering this. Really such a hard story to tell, considering this guy was just trying to do a good deed, David.
That's right. Even in the city of New Orleans, where violent crime is...
To help this woman, and he did help her, and now his 2 boys don't have a father, and it seems like the community is coming together, even with donations, to help the family.
That's right. Donations pouring in from all over the country to help the family.
David, hopefully they catch this guy to send a signal, a sign to the area of New Orleans. David Mattingly, great job. Thanks. Christy.
Came out swinging at the GOP debate in Florida. He ripped into Newt Gingrich for calling, as you know, is a hot-button issue in Florida. Rick Santorum and Ron Paul even laid out their plans to protect the country's borders. By the way, you can use your smartphone or iPad to learn more about where the GOP candidates stand on the issues that are important to you. Our own Nancy Grace, in fact, is digging into their positions on crime. Just go to onhltv.com.
Talk about being forced to eat your words, Christy. You know, the mayor who said he would help the Latino community by eating tacos, well, he better be...
Well, the Connecticut mayor who said he would eat tacos for the Latino community, we got him all right. 500, you know, that food was not wasted. The tacos were later sent to local soup kitchens. Boy, listen to this story. A funeral's being held today for a Kentucky couple who was married for 73 years, and they passed away within hours of each other this week.
Former Detroit Lion cornerback and safety Lamar Campbell took a lot of hits during his 5 years in the NFL. He didn't think much of it. It's all part of the game, he said. But concussions are serious, and he wants to make sure that other players do not brush off the dangers. Dr. Sanjay Gupta shares his story in this week's Human Factor.
Fitting true crime mysteries that you love to solve on HLN every weekend are now on Sunday nights, too. Coming up this Sunday, could a woman's death be linked to a strange cab ride? Well, it is bizarre, huh? Police find out there's a lot more to this story, though, than a disturbed taxi driver. Unravel this real-life mystery on Murder by the Book. It's this Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern, right here on HLN.
Welcome back. Did you see one of the most fiery moments of last night's GOP debate came when Newt Gingrich and Mitt Romney started fighting over their personal investments, but Rick Santorum and Ron Paul had had enough. Tell him, Santorum, that was last night. It wasn't all fire breathing, though, and finger pointing last night. Ron Paul, he got a lot of laughs. His greatest hits in a couple of minutes. Christy. So startling.
Yeah.
Democratic Congressman Barney Frank is getting married. The longtime...
You know, more women are choosing to have babies at home. Oh, you are braver than I. Home births in the U.S. went up nearly 30% from 2004 to 2009. This is according to a new report. And experts think it has to do with the cost, because home birth costs about a third less than in the hospital. Other women want more personal attention without, you know, busy doctors and nurses. Home births still account for less than 1% of all births in the U.S., though. Brave women. Okay, 2 teenagers sent a man into space, sent this guy, and they captured the entire journey on video. All right, so
back a few margaritas at a nearby restaurant. At Sajak, he's been hosting it a while, since 1981. He says he would be hesitant now, though, to drink before work. He says that was way back when. Christy.
Yeah, nice disclaimer there. It shows his talent, though, if he can do it that well after a few drinks. All right. This one is a giant leap for 2 Toronto teenagers who sent a little guy, see him there, a Lego man, really, into space. Austin Delaney of affiliate CTV has more on the science project that clearly really took off. Isn't that something? It'll be great to see what they do next, right? Congratulations to them, and our thanks to Austin Delaney of affiliate CTV for the story.
Some big things in their future, Christy. Yeah. Police say 2 teens were plotting to set off bombs at their GOP presidential candidate Ron Paul practically stole the show at the Florida debate for CNN last night. He got plenty of laughs, starting with Newt Gingrich's plan to put a colony on the moon. Here it is. He was on last night, don't you think? The candidates were all asked why their wives would make a good first lady. Love the question. We'll hear their interesting, compelling answers in just a moment.
Well, thank Thank you for your company today here. You know, 2 teens in Utah are under arrest for allegedly plotting to bomb their high school during an assembly. Police say they even had an elaborate escape plan that involved stealing a plane. Scott McCain from our affiliate KSTU has more. Well, it just is mind-boggling, isn't it? And again, I want to thank Scott McCain from our affiliate KSTU there. Police do say another student tipped off the school after she got text messages from one of the suspects hinting of an attack, and that the younger suspect actually told them he was fascinated by the Columbine massacre and even went there to interview the principal last year. No word from the suspects, their families, or their attorneys yet.
In today's What Matters report, parents of a student at a local Georgia elementary school are furious. That's because 4 students... Well, the Gwinnett County School District released a statement saying they investigated the claims and have determined, quote, the activity was student-initiated. And What Matters is a partnership with Essence Magazine that gives us a chance to look at issues in the African-American community that affect us all. You can grab...
I don't know if you've heard about this yet, but this famous environmental activist, Erin Brockovich, says she thinks she knows why a group of teens in New York have this bizarre illness. She said Dr. Drew is talking to Erin Brockovich about her efforts to find out what's causing this mystery illness. So you can watch Dr. Drew tonight. It's at 9 Eastern, right here on HLN. I know you're most...
Christy, we're talking about heroes, aren't we?
Well,
Rainn Wilson. He is Dwight from the TV show The Office. Did you know in real life he is committed to helping others? He was inspired by one of our heroes of the week who is helping kids in Haiti. Take a look. Well, they're coming to life. CNN's Jeannie Mose tells us who is responsible, why, and how much he got for his work.
Frightening, really. Okay, the GOP presidential candidates traded jabs at their last debate before the crucial Florida primary.
That was Richard Hawk, Jennifer Hawk's Pettit's father there, responding outside of the courtroom after he heard that he did get the death penalty. Joshua Komisarjevsky. Jurors in the case are also talking here with... The so-called barefoot bandit is in a Seattle federal court to find out how long he could spend in prison. You may remember him. He bragged on Facebook about his crimes. Prosecutors are asking for a 6.5-year sentence for 20-year-old Colton Harris Moore. His attorneys have asked for a prison term of less than 6 years. He pleaded guilty to a 2-year international crime spree, really taunting police. It included burglary, stealing a boat and a plane, mostly barefoot. He was arrested in the Bahamas last year, where he crash-landed a stolen plane. Police there later shot out the motor to a boat he stole to stop him. We'll keep you posted on that. 2 teens in Utah are under arrest for allegedly plotting to bomb their school last night. Immigration is certainly a hot-button issue in Florida, especially. Rick Santorum and Ron Paul laid out their plans to protect the country's borders. Here's that. And you know what? You can use your smartphone or iPad to learn more about where the GOP candidates stand on the issues important to you. Our very own Nancy Grace digs into their positions on crime. You can find it on HLNTV.com. Talk about being forced to eat your words. A few common sense steps can save you a lot of money here at the supermarket. There are a lot of top tips that we got from the money experts at U.S. News at World Report. Stick to your grocery list, they say. And 2 teenagers sent a man into space. They captured the entire journey on video. The second man convicted of killing Dr. William Pettit's family and setting their home on fire has been sentenced to death. It is hard to forget this case. The judge in Connecticut imposed that sentence against Joshua Komisarjevsky. It is what a jury recommended. Some of them are speaking out, along with Joshua Komisarjevsky's uncle as well. CNN's Brian Vitaliano was in the courtroom. He joins us now by phone. And Brian, as I understand it, the Pettit family did not stay when Joshua Komisarjevsky was able to speak. Is that right?
That is correct. After the family read their